Right. Hi everybody. Welcome back to our Let's Talk Solar here at Microcare. Of course, your local solar manufacturer, manufacturing since 1990. Thanks for all your comments. Last week, of course, we featured our brand new 5 kilowatt MPPT. It's a 400 volts, 400 volt string MPPT, and essentially a baby of our mini grid MPPT. So go and have a look at our videos there. And we've got data sheets and everything available as well. So that was last week's video. Today, due to lots of requests and interests from around the country and around the world, in fact, we're talking about our exciting Geyser controller. That's a product that we've been developing over a long period of time. We went commercial a couple of years ago, and we have a number of installations all over the country, in fact, in the SADC region as well. Really great product. So we want to chat a little bit about that today. If you have any questions, of course, you can post them as we go. And that's what we're here for. We're here to answer your questions at our Let's Talk Solar chat every Tuesday at 2 o'clock. So here's the product in front of me. So it's a nice lightweight aluminium casing, and there's our IP and our special products inside here. The Microcare Geyser controller. It only has a cover here. This is from about our marketing exercise of some of its features on there. And a couple of important things, nice big motherboard in here. And here's the little red guy. He's our Wi-Fi module. So that's our addition a couple of years ago. It's really taken this product to a new level. So this is the Microcare Geyser controller, nice and light. You might be thinking, where's the transformer in this one? No transformer. This is our new technology that's come through. So let's talk a little bit about this exciting product. Why is it so different? There's so many products like it on the market. Well, firstly, probably the biggest thing is that you don't need a plumber for this. This unit will wire directly onto your elements. So we're going to take solar panels, and we'll talk about that in a moment, directly into this controller and straight onto your Geyser element. So it's a little bit of a trick here of taking DC power and putting it onto your AC element. So no plumbing is required. You don't need to drain the Geyser, although a good service is always needed. But you just really need a solar installer to put this system in place. So you don't need a plumber to be able to drain the Geyser or do any plumbing requirements. So that means it doesn't need to comply with all the solar water heating regulations. There's none of that required here. This is direct PV. It's an alternative source, rather, of energy that is supplying the power to your Geyser. So number one, there's no plumbing required. Secondly, we know in South Africa that regulations keep changing, but essentially all new builds need 50% of their hot water heating to come from alternative source. Eskom simply can't just supply all the power. So in new buildings, they've got to have some kind of solar Geyser, heat pump of some sort. What makes this one really unique is in a block of flats, I can run solar flex cabling from a roof far up all the way down to this controller and onto the Geyser, whether it's inside or out. So it means that in multi-block story buildings, I can install one of these Geyser controllers and still supply hot water. Most of the times, your rotating hot water Geysers, they can't send water all the way up to the roof and back down. So that's what makes this product really, really special. You can use it in a block of flats or in a multi-story facility. This is the perfect solution for that. Then, of course, it's direct PV, direct solar power panel coming into the Geyser element. So your older technology tends to rely on direct sunshine. So the water's got to come down, it's got to go to the roof, it's got to rotate in the sun a little bit. That's like leaving your hose pipe in the sun. The water gets quite hot. And in winter, it's not so great. This uses the properties of a solar panel, which is great in winter, and it heats up the water. So it's very efficient in that regard. In fact, our efficiency is rated quite high, between 95 and 98%. So go and have a look at our data sheet for more on this important product. So what about the panels? What panels can I use on it? So we're interested in the controller, but panels can vary. We don't always like to stem panels from the factory. So let's have a look at what's the window to consider when it comes to the Geyser controller. So if I look here on my board here, there's 3 kinds of Geysers that we would recommend that you use for this: 100, 150, and 200 liters. And they typically end up with different size elements. 2 kilowatt element typically goes with 100. 3 kilowatt element, very common in South Africa with your 150 liter. And then the big boy, I've got one in my home, a 200 liter Geyser. He's got a big 4 kilowatt element in it. So he's quite hungry on the power. So how many panels do I need to be able to supply that power? Now you might remember in some of our other videos, we talk about wattage and voltage. We've got to tick those 2 boxes to be able to supply the power. So if I look at a typical 3 kilowatt, that's 150 liter Geyser. This is a very common Geyser in South Africa. 3 kilowatt element, 150 liters. So what size panel would I need? So on the wattage side, if you go along to our data sheets, and I've got here from our training manuals, the data sheet will give you all the information. it's going to tell you that you need between 0.9 and 2 kilowatts of solar panels. So for instance, let's just say everyone's using 550s these days, very common. I could get away with 2 550s because that puts me within the window. But it doesn't put me into the next window, the voltage window. Now the voltage requirement is around about 150 volts open circuit, must be mentioned, to about just under 300 volts open circuit. And you can see now that's my minimum voltage requirement. So if I'm using 2 550s, and they've got voltage, call them 50 volts, 50 plus 50 is 100. I'm going to be short on this. I'm going to need at least 3 550 watt panels. And then 3 550 watt panels puts me on the highest spectrum there, which is fine. So you've got to consider the voltage and the wattage. In fact, when we first brought out this product, we really considered high voltage panels because 330 watt panels gave me about. I consider higher voltage and lower voltage and higher wattage. Generally, what I'd like to say is if you use a lot of hot water, you want hot water at 11 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, then I would err on the higher side. But if you're like me and our family, most households, we're generally at school and work, and we only really need hot water at the end of the day, then I might err towards the lower side there. So using this control, you've got a number of options in terms of panels, but make sure you fall within those 2 windows. If you don't fall within those 2 windows, then you're going to find that you don't often get the amount of heat that you need into your water. The other thing then is, of course, that's really amazing about this product is it's an excellent return on investment. If you think about a standard 3 kilowatt element, let's just use the example here, 3 kilowatt element, and you're spending about 3 rand in unit electricity. I know for some of us it's a lot more, for some of us it's a lot less. But if I consider that and I'm using it just for 1 hour a day, that I'm heating up the water at 3 kilowatt element, that's about 9 rand saving. I know that it lasts much longer than 1 hour, I should say. So 9 rand is a bit on the low side. So let's just average it out then at 10. If I'm saving 10 rand a day, 30 days, that's a 300 rand saving. And over 5 years, that's 20,000 rand. So you can see a return on investment on a solar PV installation is pretty good. In fact, it's probably one of the best for you to get a return on investment for the kind of money that you're spending. So there we go, the Microcare Geyser controller. No plumbing needed, very cost effective, an easy installation. So we don't need to bring the plumber on board. Efficiency is really, really high. And of course, it's local. So there's local service and support and everything's available for you. We've got a full data sheet of all the specs and information on our website. Of course, you can go check out our YouTube channel. We've made lots of videos about this amazing product. It's really a retrofit. The Wi-Fi module is the game changer. It gives me access to be able to switch timers on. Let's just say it's a cloudy day and I need to put the ESCOM in. You have that backup as well. I can simply go on my phone and switch it on manually. So check out the Microcare Geyser controller. An exciting product, well tested in the market now and available through our installers. Right, there's one of our products focusing for you. Chat to the installers or contact us here at Microcare. As always, you can like, share, and subscribe here to our channel. Otherwise, email our team, sales@microcare.co.za. We'll see you next week. We're talking about some more of our exciting products available here at Microcare. Cheers.